Yes.
Okay. So, let's say you regret an experience out of your past. Oh, not
Say
regret.
that again.
Um, you had a sexual experience when you were a kid
Yes.
that you regret,
All right.
and because of that, I feel
Yes.
not all the way pure.
All right. So let me ask you this question. Are you that kid now?
No,
So why are you continuing to recreate that experience in your present?
I think it's society.
Why are you choosing to continue to recreate that experience in your present if you're not that person anymore? Did you learn from it?
But
Did you learn from that experience that you preferred something different?
I'm not sure that I'm not sure that I all the way believe that I'm not that kid because
All right, we'll
society
get to
tells
that in a
us.
moment. We'll
Yes.
get to that
Okay.
in a moment. Answer this question first. Did you learn something from that experience that allowed you to realize that you prefer something different? Yes or no?
Yeah.
All right. So are you applying that new knowledge in your life now? What you learned, are you behaving in a different way?
Am I behaving in a different way? Yes.
All right. So doesn't the new behavior supersede what happened in the past?
What does supersede mean?
Take the place of. Doesn't it replace what happened in the past because you have learned from it and are now applying a new behavior? Doesn't that make you a different person?
I want to say yes
Why do you want to say yes?
because
Because it feels better, doesn't it?
it does feel better.
Then why not believe it, regardless of what society says? Why not believe you are a different person now?
Because society makes me feel wrong.
Because society says what?
They make me feel wrong, or they make me feel.
They don't make you feel anything. They may suggest how you could make yourself feel, but if you don't prefer to feel that way, why are you agreeing with them? Because you're the one making yourself feel what you're feeling. No one else can make you feel anything.
That's right. So
I know.
I just practice. So is there a way to get there? Is it probably by follow my highest excitement that eventually
The formula will help, but
Okay.
you also have to really understand how things work, what the structure of existence is like. Everything exists here and now. You understand that time is an illusion?
Yes.
Even your scientists understand this now. Yes? It's not real. It's a side effect. Time is a side effect of your consciousness shifting through billions of parallel reality moments every second. So if everything exists here and now, the only way you can experience what appears to be different moments is by actually shifting your focus within the now to a different now, which means you're a different person. Because everything that changes in the now changes everything in the now. It's not the same reality from one moment to the next, literally. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the experience of time. So the idea is that you literally are a different person when you change anything about yourself, and you're becoming a different person billions of times a second. So it's not about the idea of learning how to change. It's about the idea of realizing that you're constantly changing and constantly a different person in a different reality, in a different version of Earth, moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment to moment. And you get to say what you are, what person you are, how you define yourself every single moment. So you get to choose. As I just said, your greatest power is the freedom to choose who you prefer to be. And it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks you should be. They're not living your life. They're not your reality. You are your own universe. So be who you prefer to be. Define yourself as you prefer to. Behave as you prefer to, knowing that it's just as real as anything else you've ever done, because that wasn't actually you. You have to understand that everything exists at the same time, which means every single moment is actually about a different person. So even though you might have this illusion of continuity, that younger person was you, it isn't you. It's a different person. You're a different person than that you. It's not the same you. It may look like you may be creating a continuity that makes it seem like there's a continuous stream between that younger you and this particular you, but there isn't. That's an illusion. That's a different person. It's not you. You've changed, and therefore you're a different person, literally. Yes?
Yes.
That's how it works. So be the person you know you are now, instead of recreating the idea that you are still a person you've never been. You've never been that person. Now that you are defining yourself in this way, that definition literally makes you a completely different person who has never been that other person. This is what we call the 13th step. This is the idea of the true understanding that every change is total change and that things are changing, as I said, billions of times per second. I'll use the analogy that people on your planet often use of what you call addiction. When you see people suddenly stop doing addicting behavior, some kind of miraculous shift where one day they are having that behavior and the next day they are not, it's not because they actually stopped doing it. It's because the person they've become never did it. They have no history of doing it, and that's why it's so easy for them to not have any urges about the idea that they used to do it, is because they never did. They're not the same person, literally, anymore, and never have been that person. The illusion of continuity is broken. That's how you allow yourself to know you're changing, truly changing, into different people every moment. Let go of the illusion of continuity that anchors you to a past you never had, because everything is created from the present, including the past.
So my past is even different now.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the idea. Now, it's going to seem to be. Whatever you create yourself to be is going to come with whatever past you still believe is relevant to you. But as you change the relevant definition, you're going to create a past that makes sense for the person you are now, because that's how it works in space-time. If you change yourself differently enough, you have to create a past that makes it make sense in space-time as to how you became the person you are now, which means you had to have had a different past than you had before in order to be the person you are now. Because everything is created from the present. There's no such thing as the past. It's an illusion. It's just another parallel present reality that you can decide to experience or not. So break the continuity and realize that every single moment that you become a different person, you have a different past. It may seem like it's always been the past, but that's just what has to come with it in order for you to have a sense of continuity in space-time reality.
Okay.
Many of you don't even know how many pasts you've experienced. Even collectively, as we have often given examples, what you consider to be your history as a collective right now may not necessarily have been your history 5 minutes ago. But it will seem to have always been your history. Oh yes, everyone knows that in XBC this... You don't know that that's the way it was 5 minutes ago. It might have been completely different 5 minutes ago, but it's going to seem like it's always been that way when you create a new past.
Okay.
Is this helping?
Yeah, this is helping.
All right.
I just want to share my experience of the weekend because I think it's helpful, and there comes a question with it.
Yeah.
The last days, just being in the room.
Yes.
I asked the question the first day, but just being in the room, I felt like my vibration was shifting on a level.
Yes, because you are picking up on the frequency that we give off through the channel's body, and you're willing to match the frequency that's a higher frequency representation of yourself.
And I also think because I allowed it this time
Yes.
too, because you taught us to see everything as a positive in the formula. Yeah.
And also remember what we have called the AAA formula. On your culture, you have the synchronous convenience of having something called AAA, which you often use to rescue you when your vehicle breaks down. So the idea is we're suggesting a different AAA formula when you feel that your vehicle, yourself, has broken down and you feel the need to be rescued. Allow yourself to remember this AAA formula. A, acknowledge what you have, not what you don't have. B, appreciate what you have. And number 3, allow what needs to happen next to happen. Acknowledge, appreciate, allow. That's all you need to bring yourself back to center. Acknowledge what you have, not what you don't have. Appreciate what you have and allow what needs to happen next to happen.
Is this part of the excitement formula too, or?
It is a subset of it. It's a permission slip designed based on it.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, in the excitement formula, what really helped me to like increase my vibration is the I feel like I always followed my excitement.
Well, not always.
Not always, but like recently I've been really going for it and
All right.
not doing the not having the insistence.
Yes.
But I feel like where I always when something happened that I didn't like so much, preferred.
Is it truly a recognition of neutral non-preference, or is it a fear reaction? You have to have the ability to discern that honestly within yourself too.
It might have been a fear reaction, but I cleared that out
All right.
by giving it the possibility that it's like giving it a positive meaning.
It doesn't mean that you say that what is negative is positive. It means you stay in a positive state so that you can recognize how to use what is negative in a positive way.
How do you stay in a positive state if you see something?
Did we not explain that before? What other choice are you giving yourself? Why would you leave the positive state? What reasons are you creating to leave it?
It's just a natural reaction of
It is not a natural reaction. It is a learned reaction.
So how do I relearn?
By following the formula and keep practicing it until it becomes not second nature, first nature.
So by following the formula, it will automatically...
Keep doing it, just like anything. If you want to learn to play an instrument, what do? You keep practicing. So just keep doing it. Every chance you get, remind yourself to go back into that state.
Okay.
That's it.
That's
all you have to do.
I have a question about the formula.
Yes.
And I make it as an example because I think it's easier. This morning, so my highest excitement today clearly was coming here.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be here.
Exactly. But I realized there's a difference in excitements. So let's say my highest excitement is here, but yes. There's a time span from me waking up to me getting here.
So
why
can't that be exciting too?
That can. I'm just asking because when I wake up, in between those little moments, should I still ask?
Every moment can be as exciting as the next. It doesn't matter what it is you're doing. Do it in the way that's most exciting for you. Even the simple things, getting out of bed, getting dressed. Do it in the way that's most exciting for you so that you are allowing those moments to be what they can be. Don't diminish them. Don't devalue them.
No, of course, yeah. So on the way to my highest...
No. It's not on the way. Every moment is part of your excitement if you allow it to be and act as if it is and do it in the way that is most exciting. You're making a difference between those moments and other moments by saying, I'm on the way to my excitement. No, every moment.
Because on some points, it doesn't feel like I know what my next highest excitement is.
You don't have to know. It's very simple, very simple. You don't have to know the ultimate. Just take it a step at a time. If you want to, again, practice this, do it in exactly the way I just suggested. When you wake up in the most exciting way you can. What do you want around you when you wake up? Do you want flowers in your bedroom? Do you want a certain scent in your bedroom? Do you want a certain chime on your alarm if you use that? Do you want to wake up to music? Wake up in the most exciting way you can. If you want to stay in bed for a few minutes and recount your dreams, and that's more exciting, do it. When you finally decide that you wish to be excited about rising from your bed, do it in the most exciting way you can. Whether it's a soft, calm swinging of your legs over the side, planting your feet in those wonderful, cozy slippers, or jumping and leaping out of bed, fully naked, into the bedroom. Do it in the way that's most exciting for you. And then every moment will feel fulfilling, and it's not that you will be ignoring them and invalidating them by saying that they're nothing more than a way on the way to your excitement. This is what we're talking about. Every moment.
So make every moment a way.
Use your imagination.
Is it good to ask the question every moment, or does it make you just confused?
If that excites you, but once you practice it and get used to doing your life that way, you won't have to keep asking the question. You will know what to do because you'll know yourself. Remember, it comes down to that ancient phrase, know thyself. So when you know who you are, you will start doing the things in the way that you would do them. That will always be the most exciting way you can do it, because why would you do those things any other way? If you are living your excitement, then do everything in your life in the most exciting way you can. Everything. Don't leave anything out. Why miss a moment? Why miss that precious, beautiful, exciting moment as I described of slipping your toes into those cozy slippers? Oh, that's ecstasy in that moment. Why miss out on that? Because you're in such a hurry to get somewhere more exciting. Don't rush ahead. What's your hurry? You are an infinite, eternal being. What's your hurry? Enjoy every moment.
Okay.
All right, does that help?
That helps.
All right. Then I would suggest that for the moment, you find the most enjoyable way to get back to your seats.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Live where you are and when you are to the fullest that you can, because that's where you chose to be. There is no comparison that is made. There is no resistance. There is no measurement taken. And when there is no measurement, no judgment, then there is no sensation as such of the passage or the existence of a temporal state. Is any of this making some sense?
Some of it, yes.
Oh, all right. What is not?
Well, perhaps when I ask my question, it would fit in.
Oh, all right.
On the other hand, if what you spoke of earlier tonight about future memory is an answer to my question, please let me know and let me not carry on.
Oh, I love you to carry on. You see, in carrying on, you then open many more doors through which we can ascertain your vibration. And in continuing to carry on, you open that many more doors through which other individuals then can share of the gift that you are giving. Remember, we do not know everything. We only need everything within ourselves that we need to be ourselves at that moment. We do not know anywhere near as much about you as we know about ourselves. You know everything you need to know about yourself to be who you are. But by sharing that, we are then given permission, in a sense, by you, to go into certain doorways where we may then be able to release certain amounts of information you may not be consciously aware of yet. So do continue. If you yourself, by the way, have a notion, have a sensing that the idea, the concept of future memory is something that does in fact strike a chord within you, that's probably your strongest clue that it does. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't have recognized it nor thought about it so long.
Exactly.
But do continue.
And I do give you permission to inform me of the answer to this question, since it would be
the way you give me permission is by continuing.
Do I move to San Francisco, or do I maintain myself in Los Angeles, which would enable me to speed up what it is I need to continue to do?
Neither. You know why?
No.
Because you're asking me and not making the decision yourself.
I know.
I know you know. which feels more correct? Now, one moment. For the purpose of this conversation, I will not hold you to whatever you say. So if you say Los Angeles, oh no, that's not what I meant. That doesn't mean you're stuck with it. If you say San Francisco, I will not say, well, you said San Francisco, now you can't choose Los Angeles. I will never say you cannot change your mind. Sometimes you will find, if this will help you, that once you make a decision, any decision, it then becomes obvious. And the obvious thing may be the opposite of what you chose, but at least it's obvious now, so what do you care?
Okay.
Now, which feels more correct, and why?
Los Angeles.
Why?
Because it would be a decision that would allow me to center myself and make decisions for myself as an adult.
Why? Why will that, in your estimation, not happen in your city of San Francisco? Or why would it not be as likely in that area?
Because the influence of my family is still very great up in that area.
Ah.
You want to go on?
No. Now, let me, not saying this is what you should do, let me just throw another idea into this nice little machine that you are creating here.
Go
And
ahead.
see what it does to the gears. Sometimes, I am not saying this is necessarily the case now. Many individuals know what I'm going to say. Sometimes, doing the thing that you fear the most is the way to accelerate and take full responsibility. Because if you find you have a trepidation, that trepidation may be your sign that that's actually where you ought to be for the most accelerated growth for what you actually want to do. Whereas sometimes staying away from that may be playing it safe and may actually therefore take longer than doing it the other way. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
No. Ah, interesting. In other words, the so-called influence of your family, as you said, yes?
Yes.
It's your choice to be influenced, is it not?
Yes.
So if you can coexist with someone, and if you can allow yourself to understand that their simple presence doesn't have to, how do you say, push your button,
Yes.
then you have taken stride. Because then you're operating with them as an equal. You are loving them unconditionally. You are allowing them to be who they are. And that's what allows you to be anything you want to be. Sometimes if you stay away from that, many times, again, not saying this is necessarily the case now, but many times staying away from that is actually an avoidance of an issue that really does need resolving. And the resolving of that issue is actually what would allow you to really stand on your own 2 feet. So many times facing it, being in the place you feel the least comfortable, is actually what is representative, if you're honest with yourself, of the thing that excites you the most. Because to resolve that discomfort is really the exciting thing. To know that you could coexist with them as an equal and not be influenced by choice would be having grown up. Understand?
Yes.
Does that help you at all?
Yes, and we thank you.
Now, the choice is still up to you, of course. So enjoy whatever you do. Remember, no matter what you choose, neither choice is wrong. Correct?
Correct.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, sir. Oh, you're welcome, sir. Sharing.
Hi, Bashar.
Oh, and a good day to you.
I'm so excited to be here tonight. I'm glad you're back.
Back? I haven't gone anywhere.
Well, I know you haven't gone anywhere, but we haven't all been together for a while.
I see. Says who?
In this format.
Ah, all right, all right.
Um,
In this game.
In this game.
Story. All right.
In my work that I do with people, I'm a psychotherapist.
Psychotherapist, speak up. Can you all hear the psychotherapist?
Okay.
Louder, they say.
In my practice, I have recently attracted a wonderful child, 7-year-old boy,
All right.
and I think some new things are going to start happening for me in my work with people.
Well, they must have already started, otherwise you probably wouldn't be saying that.
Well, perhaps that's true.
All right.
I'm just really realizing it now.
Ah.
This wonderful little boy
Yes.
is a child who is having night terrors
Night terror.
at the moment.
All right.
And in addition, has...
Oh, one moment.
Yes.
Did you like that? Night terror. All right. Wanted to add the proper weight.
Well, that's a good way of describing it anyway.
Ah. It is also a clue to what we will talk about, but continue.
Okay. He's a child that his mother told me at age 2 and 3 was recalling past lives.
Yes.
Although now at 7, he hasn't brought any of this up with me yet.
Oh, all right.
But he does have an imaginary friend.
Yes.
And says he goes soul traveling with him.
Yes, me too.
And some of his understanding of what's happening is, of course, filtered through what he knows so far.
Yes.
But I'm so excited to be working with him, and
Oh.
I want to help him and be of service to him and learn and grow
All
myself.
right. Then repeat after me.
Okay.
Are you ready?
All right?
Night terror.
Night terror.
Oh, that was very good. One more time.
Night terror. How's that?
All right. Now, did you notice something when you did it that way? You almost couldn't help but laugh.
True. True.
Do you think you could allow him not to run from the fear, but to actually accentuate it to the point where he starts playing with it and learns there is nothing to be afraid of?
That would be wonderful, yes.
So, all right. What is the child's name?
Matt.
Matt. All right, Matt. Night terror. No. Not night terror. Come on. No self-respecting night terror would go around saying, night terror, I'm a night terror. How do you think a night terror would say, I'm a night terror?
Well, he describes these beings as monsters.
Yes, of course.
And he's very afraid of them.
Yes. But you see, when an individual allows themselves to, as you say, get into the vibration of what it is they are afraid of, they recognize that they contain an equal amount of that energy themselves. And therefore, I'll put this very simply, they are just as strong as anything that has been scaring them, and they can scare them right back.
Well, I've been trying to use... Excuse me.
You have been what?
I'm considering using a method that you taught us
Yes.
in the workshop, both
Yes.
last year, and I believe that...
Yes. Considering. All right, what is it?
You were talking about the method of visualizing a creature or whatever yourself, manifesting your own fear in your mind,
Yes.
and transforming that into the dragon who flies
Yes,
off.
yes.
Okay. And I would love to be
All
able
right.
to...
First, play a little bit more of a game. That might be a little bit too powerful at first. Play a little bit more of a game. The idea, use the vocal clue as we have been doing. Make a vocal game out of it. Allow him to begin to imagine how the energy of night terror would sound if he were a night terror. All right, you have these night terrors. If you were a night terror, how would you sound? I would sound like this, night terror. Well, isn't that how they sound? Well, yes, it is. Well, why should they choose to sound any other way? Otherwise, they wouldn't be being night terrors if they didn't sound like night terrors. But you know you can sound that way too, which means you have chosen to sound that way to play that game. All they're doing is playing that game too, so they have to sound that way. But you can sound that way too. You can be just as much of a night terror, and then maybe you can all go out to some night terror hangout and have fun. Allow him to learn the equality of the energy that is within him, so he understands that it is simply a reflection and a projection of something he is capable of being as well. When he knows it is within him too, there is nothing to fear, because then the night terrors become buddy-buddy.
Right, okay.
And then they aren't so terrible anymore, and he can recognize them as simply, oh, shall we say, other mischievous children.
Okay. I guess related to this is,
Yes.
it has been suggested that this child has come to me as a bit of a gift and a teacher.
A bit? Oh, all right.
And, of course, I would assume that that's true anyway.
Oh, all right, thank you very much for
But-
allowing the obvious to stand out once again.
Is there any particular agreement that he and I have? That,
No, none whatsoever. Do you believe
that
me?
No.
Oh, why not?
Well, because I don't believe anything's an accident.
Oh, well, thank you. Then why did you ask me if there's an agreement?
I guess I'm asking the wrong question.
Oh, it's not a wrong question,
What is
but it
the
does point
agreement?
out to you that you know there is an agreement.
Yes.
What is the agreement? What are you learning?
Well, I feel I'm in an uncharted area.
Ah.
And
You mean where the ancient maps used to say, there be night terrors here?
Uh-huh.
Ah.
Well, it's simple when you think of it in terms of just traditional psychology, but because this child is aware of other realities,
Yes.
for me, this is a new experience.
I see. Not really.
Well,
You have many times charted uncharted waters in many different ways. He knows that. Captain, navigator, he knows that. He knows he's in good hands. And you also know that that individual is extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. Simply has come to you, oh tinkerer, oh aligner of magnetic compass needles, has come to you to get a little bit of realignment. When that child is aligned, watch out. What a terror. But you understand what I mean.
Yes.
You have formed a coalition. You have been together again and again and again and again. And in a sense, it is simply to have a little bit of an adjustment made. A little bit of alignment made.
Okay.
For which he has come to you. But you are both going to learn, you, to refine your craft, in many meanings of that word, and that individual to understand navigational direction again, what direction to point, who and what he is, who and what he's chosen to be, who and what he was, who and what he will be. Play together, play together.
Okay.
Explore as you explored before. Those maps of uncharted lands. You are simply exploring a new uncharted land. So what that it is not necessarily as material as the other ones.
I've really gotten excited about the prospect of working more with children that are having these experiences.
Then that is your best compass heading, the
Okay.
excitement itself.
All right.
Set your needle firmly on E.
Okay. Thank you.
Shedding!
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I didn't really have a question either.
Oh, thank you very much. Do you wish to make a statement?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, thank you.
Just on the synchronicity.
Yes.
I mean, everything is synchronicity.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, it is. What is synchronicity?
That's a good point.
Oh, thank you very much. If you're not going to ask a question, I might as well.
Okay, good.
What is the answer? What is synchronicity?
Well, it all fits in together. I mean, every.
Keep it simple. Keep it
Okay.
simple. Everything is...
Fits in. Fits.
All right, that's one way of saying it. Can you be simpler still? Everything is...
Synchronicity.
All right, which means everything is...
One.
All right, very good.
Different-
Everything is one thing. Everything is everything else. It is all one and the same thing. Synchronicity is your physiological manifestation, your physiological recognition in linear terms that everything is everything else. Except that in linear terms, you can only experience events one after another. But they exhibit a type of link-up. They exhibit a type of connectedness, because that's the way you interpret different things actually being one and the same thing in a segregated physical reality. You don't experience them exactly simultaneously, but you experience them synchronistically, coincidentally, as you say. So yes, everything is one. And synchronicity is your physiological, linear recognition of that fact. How's that?
That's wonderful.
Well, thank you for your recognition, for your cognition, and your precognition.
Thank you.
Well, thank
I
you.
do have one question on that.
Oh, all right.
All right, so it's all the same one thing.
Yes,
And
manifesting in all the multidimensional ways that it can.
right. And so
And so,
the reason that I could perceive it more closely to me, connected to me,
Yes.
is it because it's closer in? I'm going to use an example.
Oh,
like
all
each,
right.
each question that was asked.
speak up, speak up, speak up.
Each question that was
Each question that was asked.
each question that was asked up to this point, and as always,
Yes.
it was like a question for me,
Yes.
and it helped me understand
Yes,
myself.
Yes, yes. So the synchronicity, therefore, is in the timing of your participation in this event. Now understand, all those answers, all that information, all those questions vibrate in many different ways. Anyone who is key to a particular vibration is going to pick up out of that question, out of that answer, what they need. And of course, therefore, it's going to seem specifically directed toward them, because it is specifically directed towards everybody. You will only receive the bandwidth that is the frequency you're operating on, and of course, it's going to seem specific.
All right, and
It is specific, but it is also for everyone.
okay, and it's the idea where you're open enough that you have all of that understanding, all the different vibrations as an understanding.
You can recognize that there are many vibrations. You will not necessarily want to recognize them all, Otherwise, perhaps you would be sitting around twiddling your thumbs and not doing much with a vibration that would help you do something. But yes, you can recognize them in a certain way. If you wish, you can say you can recognize it as a background vibration. And from time to time, certain elements of it can rise to the surface. You can see, quote-unquote, more than one simultaneously. It depends upon what the definition is of who you are at that moment and why you would need to see it that way. But yes, you can see in gestalts, if you wish.
Okay, but then that's like something that seems to be happening with me right now, is I don't seem to be in a lot of action, and I do seem to be perceiving or understanding a lot of different things and how they relate to myself.
It may simply be preparation for you to take an action. Is there an action that you want to take that you're not taking?
Yeah, I would like to be able to bring more of the non-physical concepts into the physical.
In what way?
In my channeling, with writing.
All right. So are you doing that?
Yes, but not to the same degree as I would like to.
Well, do you remember what we talked about in terms of creating the future memory?
Yes.
Can you use that exercise for this particular case in point?
Yes, definitely.
Well, then thank you very much. Do that and see what happens.
All right.
And then it will already have been accomplished.
Okay, great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Channing.
Ho, ho, ho. Can you hear me?
Oh, yes.
Good day, Bashar.
Good day to you.
I had a completely different question that I was going to ask you that I've been wanting to ask you for such a long time. But
Such a long time.
Oh, you know, way, way back.
Way. All right.
But all of a sudden, I thought of an article that I read about a man named Aldo Alcino, I believe his name is. He has a theory that at the time of the departure and the destruction of the dinosaurs, that there was a mammal that he calls Protoceti. Are you familiar with that?
We understand the concept to some degree, but recognize that you are putting this theory in very, shall we say, simplistic terms.
That's the only way I can, because I don't really completely understand it. I just read the article.
All right.
From my limited experience and knowledge of it, what I gleaned from it was
Yes.
that this mammal, at that time, slightly resembling a small horse, had the largest brain capacity at that time of the mammals.
No.
No. Okay.
What became the dolphin did.
That's this creature that I'm speaking of.
All right.
This creature
Then that is the nomenclature.
that is the nomenclature that when the fusion occurred and when the plant life died and when the dinosaurs and the living creatures on Earth could not survive, that some of the Protoceti went into the sea to survive the radiation.
Yes.
And that is the forerunner or the antecedents of what we call the cetaceans today.
Basically, yes. There is much more to it than that, but basically, yes.
Where could we find out more about that?
In the Akashic records.
I'll go home and look at them tonight.
Thank you very much.
All right.
And the dolphins have some notion about it, you know. You could ask them.
Well,
All right. One moment. Individuals. Now there are more and more of you who are willing to place themselves in situations synchronistically and circumstances where they can interact with dolphins physiologically, can, in certain states of meditative, what you would call bliss, meditative dream sharing with the dolphin, receive telepathic images, if you ask that question, of those happenings so long ago. Because it is a history that is passed down from generation to generation in their storytelling. So they can transmit images to you, and you can receive. Now, be aware that you will likely do some translating into your own terminology. What you will receive will not necessarily always be absolutely, literally what happened. But you will at least get a sense, and some of the images will be accurate. So ask them the question telepathically, go into the relaxed dream state as you float with them, and let them send you images and see what you get. All right?
Is that, could we just ask any dolphins, or should we ask dolphins that we interact with usually?
It is in the cellular memory of all of them.
So
now,
all of them.
There may be different capacities in different dolphins to relate to what you are asking to, depending upon the circumstance they are in and the environment they are used to. Generally speaking, those that in your terms are wild will deliver the most potent storyline.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
thank you
The ones
very
that are
much.
wild.
Yes.
I lost it.
Oh, very good.
When you were speaking of dolphins.
Yeah.
Hello, Bashar, and thank you for everything you have offered us. I so appreciate you. I would like some clarification on balancing points 3 and 4 of the formula. Point 3, acting on my excitement without any insistence, assumption, or expectation of what the outcome should be, and staying in a positive state of mind. So my clarification is I get how I should let go and allow things to unfold and trust that the abundance that I'm seeking in this specific example can come from many different ways. But I'm not sure how I can stay in a positive state of mind without some belief that it is going to work, that I am going to have my needs met. So how can I both have no insistence that it's going to work and yet stay in a positive state of mind? Can you expand on that for me?
Yes. First of all, understand that by letting go of insistence, that is a way for opening up to receive what you truly need. Because insisting on things may actually close the door to receiving what you truly need. Because your insistence may be saying, I know what is best, I know what I need, and maybe you don't. So the idea is to drop the insistence, because insistence limits your ability to actually receive what you need. I will remind you of the 7 basic needs of life. You need air, you need water, you need sleep, you need food, you need some form of shelter or positive constructive environment that allows you to thrive. You need the idea of connection or relationship with something, whether it's a person or not. And you need the idea of self-creative expression, the idea of acting on your passion. If you say you have needs that go beyond those, then they are not needs, they are insistences on something that may not be what you need, but may only be representative of what your ego system wants. And it may not be aligned with what you truly need. If you receive the 7 things we just outlined that are the true needs in life, your life will be fulfilled. So you have to pay attention to whether the idea of what you say are your needs are actually really wants, or are they truly aligned with the 7 needs we just outlined. The idea of staying in a positive state is, again, your ability to experience whatever happens in a more constructive, beneficial way. Why would you want to stay in a negative state and experience things in a negative way, in a destructive way, in a way that doesn't serve you positively? Staying in a positive state is allowing you to interpret any experience and glean from that experience and extract from that experience something that will move you forward in a positive direction, that will allow you to feel more connected, more self-empowered. So the question is, why wouldn't you choose to stay in a positive state no matter what happens, knowing that if you do stay in that positive state, you'll be able to get a benefit out of whatever's going on? Even if you recognize that what manifested is something you don't prefer, that's just an objective observation. Staying in a positive state will allow you to understand how that manifestation can still serve you in a positive way by being there. Instead of succumbing to the negative state, that will only make it impossible for you to realize how that manifestation could serve you in a positive way. So it's up to you to decide what you actually prefer to experience, and know that you're making a choice to be in a state of being that will allow you to experience them in the way that you prefer, as opposed to experiencing things in the way that you don't prefer. So it's just simply a choice you make based on how you would like to experience things. And by understanding what your true basic needs are, and not calling things that are egotistical wants things that you actually think you need, when in fact you may not.
Hey, Bashar.
Good day.
Hi. I am so excited by this. I really thank you for this.
It is our passion and our pleasure. What would you like to discuss?
Well, my personal growth is really important to me. I've known that since I was a little kid. And it led me to you and excuse me, I'm senior moment.
The formula?
The formula, thank you. Yes. and I've taken to the formula, and I have a really good understanding of it. And it's also, I have the law of attraction information as well.
Yes, well, the law of attraction, in a sense, is built into the formula as well. Because again, what you put out is what you get back.
Yes, I have discovered that. My life has taken a terrific change. I'm basically happy all the time thanks to this.
Yes. We are basically happy all the time as well.
I like to hear that. Yes. I guess my question I have, is there anything there that I may not be aware of that that maybe I don't know. I don't actually know, but I'm just wondering.
If you say that you are happy all the time, why would you assume that there is something else you need to know? And why wouldn't you understand the formula enough to know that if there is something there, the reflective mirror component of it will bring it to your attention in the appropriate time?
You know, I actually agree with you on that. I guess sometimes I get so excited that I forget where my passion takes me. But I do follow my passion. Like you, I'm an artist, so I do know what it's like to allow my creativity and my imagination sometimes get the better of me. But yes.
All right. Well, as long as you always course correct, as long as you're always aware to check yourself, you'll be fine.
Thank you. Thank you. The only other question I have at this time, it just dawned on me that like the work you're doing with First Contact, I was really happy to hear what the announcement you made about the next coming year. My question is like, what do we on this planet at this time, what do we offer in this exchange?
Many different things, many different perspectives, ways of experiencing life, ways of expressing your creativity that are different from ours. It enhances and builds and adds to our understanding of all the different ways that all that is has of expressing itself. Plus, again, the idea is that in the suggestions that we will deliver in the upcoming transmissions, we will see how you use your creativity to perform these acts for all those who are willing to follow these suggestions, take the actions, and increase their vibrational frequency to be that more aligned with the interstellar alliance. You will come at it from a unique point of view.
I like that. I listen to a lot of information, like near-death experiences. I like to give an understanding of what's waiting for us on the other side when we go back to where we came from.
Yes, but remember that you are already there.
Yes, I am quite aware of that. I'm working on my relationship with my inner being and source, building on that relationship. But I do understand that I come from the perspective of an illusion and going back to something real. And I actually do enjoy that fact. I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, it doesn't diminish the effect of the illusion because the illusion has its purpose, allowing you experiences that cannot be had purely in spirit. And thus it expands you and allows you to grow. So just by understanding it as an illusion does not in any way, shape, or form discount the experience as important.
I've discovered how important our experience here is to where source is.
Yes.
Yes. I also came to the conclusion that we are basically energy that has consciousness.
Well, yes. Consciousness is energy. Energy is consciousness. Existence is conscious.
Well, I got to say, Bashar, I really do appreciate this. I don't actually have any other questions, but I'm grateful to having this time with you.
As are we. We thank you for the co-creation of the interaction. And again, bid you an exciting path and journey. Aveo.
Aveo.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you as well. It is our pleasure and our passion.
Thank you. My first question is, in terms of where we are in our evolution as humanity,
Yes.
are we capable of experiencing the consciousness that we call unconditional love,
Of course you are.
despite the density of our bodies in this?
There is always a version of unconditional love for every level. You may not experience it exactly the same as someone in another dimension, a spirit realm, so on and so forth, but absolutely you have the ability to experience it in a way that's appropriate for the level that you're on.
It has its limitations, you would say?
But limitations are not always necessarily a negative thing. Again, it is simply the parameters that define the experience you chose to have, and therefore there is a relevant way to experience unconditional love on the level you chose to be on, in the experience you chose to have. So it's not about the idea of the limitations limiting it per se. You will experience it perhaps differently on a different level, but it is not limited in the way you need to experience it as a physical being.
I see.
Does that help?
It does help, thank you.
Yes.
I have another question regarding what brings me joy. One of the things that brings me the most joy is dance.
Oh, all right. Are you
And
dancing
I can
in life?
dance, yes, I can dance up to 7 hours
Oh, all right.
at a time.
Sounds exciting.
Yes, it brings me so much joy that
Yes.
sometimes I find myself in a state of semi-conscious trance,
Yes.
and I cannot stop.
Well, you can. It's just that you don't choose to.
It is this feeling that something takes over.
Well, it's your greater self. When you get into that state, you're more aligned with your higher mind. You're experiencing less difference, less sense of separation, and therefore you're experiencing more of your greater self.
Does it serve a purpose towards the collective?
Of course.
In terms of the energy that is
Of
generated?
course, because you're acting as an example that gives off a certain frequency. If others are exposed to it, then they can decide for themselves whether or not to align with that frequency and allow themselves to experience more of their greater selves too. So of course, anytime you act on your passion, anytime you allow yourself to give off the frequency of alignment, it certainly acts to the benefit of others who are willing to match that frequency in their own way. You act as a living example of joy.
Thank you. My last question is this.
Your last question forever?
No. I could ask more, but
I'm having some fun with you.
yeah, I like it. Thank you.
Yes.
I'm a being who, in this lifetime, has chosen to. I live in Sedona currently, and I'm a shamanic practitioner, what you would say.
Yes, yes.
And I go into this conscious state of trance, in which I seem to pull from all these modalities.
Yes.
And I'm conscious. It's like Caroline, the individual, takes a step back.
I understand.
And allows for these modalities to unfold.
Yes.
And I have no conscious knowledge what the heck I'm doing. And then I
That's
have
all
to
right.
go online and look up what.
That's okay. If that's
It's
your
okay.
way.
It's okay. I find comfort in it now. But what's beginning to happen is I'm beginning to speak in a dialect I do not understand.
That's okay too.
That's okay. My question is, what purpose does it serve? I'm curious.
Well,
And
you'll find out, won't you? If you keep going. If you're willing to keep going, you will see how it serves.
It's been unfolding for years on its own, so I really
That's all right.
trust.
Yes, it's not about the time, it's about the timing. So just keep moving forward, doing what excites you. You will see how it serves you and serves others in time.
Are these modalities that I'm pulling from coming from all of my higher selves, from different?
A variety of places. Who cares? As long as it serves.
Right.
It's not about the idea of having to focus on where it's coming from. It's about the idea of how are you using it? How are you expressing it? How are you applying it in your reality?
Do you have any message for me regarding my?
I gave you the message. Keep going. See where you wind up. See what happens. Life is an adventure. Let synchronicity guide you. It will always bring you the circumstances and opportunities and pathways that you need to walk on. You know this already. I'm not telling you anything new.
Yeah.
Just keep going. Remember, the process is the point. There is nowhere more important to get to other than where you are at any given moment. The process is the point. As many people on your planet have said, the journey is the destination. There is nowhere more important to be than here and now with what's happening. Because you understand it's not about what's happening, it's about what you do with what's happening that matters. Yes?
Yes.
Is this helping?
Yes.
So relax into the process. The process is the point. The process is where you discover more of who you are. Yes?
Yes. Thank you.
Is this helping?
Yes.
All right.
So much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, Bashar.
And you good day.
Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us this time.
Again, it is our pleasure and our passion.
Thanks you again.
Speak up so that all may hear you.
Number 17. It happens to be through my entire life. There is some kind of connection with this number from the very childhood throughout entire life. You can call it like a lucky number.
Synchronicity, a road marker. The idea is that many people will use numbers in their lives as road markers to allow them to know that when that happens, when they come upon that number, when it presents itself to them, they are in the proper state they need to be in. They are on the right path. They're aligned with their path at that moment. So you use them kind of like signposts.
So every time when I see this number pops up, it means I'm in the right direction? That's what you say?
Yes. It means you're in the correct state. Yes. It's like a compass needle pointing to your magnetic north.
Got it. Thank you.
Yes. Anything else?
Yes. Do you want to elaborate or share the tool, how to distinguish the thought generated by your physical mind, your higher self, or some other source, outside source?
Well, as I said, the idea of communication from the higher mind comes in the form of energy and frequency, and usually is interpreted in the body as the sensation you call passion, love, creativity, and excitement. That's how you know it's coming from the higher mind. That's its language. What you call physical thoughts, emotions, behaviors are all generated by the physical mind from what the physical mind believes is true. So you have to look to the belief system or the definition that you're buying into as true to understand why you have whatever feelings, thoughts, and behaviors and experiences you may be having. Those all come from the belief system within the physical mind. The higher mind will send an energy, but it's always going to get filtered through the belief system of the physical mind. So it's about allowing the belief system to become more in alignment, clearer, more positive, so that the communication from the higher mind can be received more clearly without so much filtering. And when you divest yourself of beliefs that have nothing to do with you, then you will exist more in a state of synchronicity in the now, in the moment, in joy, in creativity, in love, and you will be more aligned and receive and act more accordingly. But if you have certain thoughts that are out of alignment with what you prefer, you can always look back to what you have to believe is true in order to generate those kinds of thoughts, those kinds of feelings, those kinds of behaviors, and the experience that results from it. That's how it works. Starts with belief. That's like the blueprint of the house, and everything stems from that. So if you're having an experience of an emotion that you don't prefer, or a thought or a behavior or an experience, then you can always trace it back to what must I believe in this circumstance is true about myself in order to feel, think, behave, and experience what it is that I am feeling, thinking, behaving, experiencing. That's how it works. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely.
Does that help?
Yes. What about the third part of the question?
Which
What if
is?
the thought could be generated by some outside source?
Well, again, you can receive communication, but you're the one generating the thoughts because, again, everything filters through your belief system. So if you are receiving something from another source, you still have to generate your version of it in order to even perceive it. Do you understand?
Right.
So whatever the thought is that crops up, you can still decide how you feel about it, how you relate to it, and go back to your belief system to see if you might be adding any kind of negative filters to it, or whether you are clear enough to receive an outside communication in a more positive way, and to tell the difference between what does and doesn't work for you. You get to decide what does and doesn't work for you, no matter what you receive. Because it's only an offer. No matter whether it's positive or negative, it's only an offer being sent to you, and you get to decide whether what is being sent, what you're receiving, is true for you or not. And sometimes that's even the point of being given some information from another source, to see what you do with it, to see if you're going to accept something that isn't true for you, or whether or not you will have the discernment to tell the difference.
I understand.
Does that help?
Absolutely.
Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Thank you.
And the last one.
Yes.
Bashar, the messenger.
Yes.
Do you have a message for me?
I just gave you all the messages I need to give you.
Beside that?
I hold nothing back.
Okay.
If you open a door, I might receive more information, but the information I give you is the information that's appropriate for me to give you. I don't hold back. So, I will ask you a question if you want a message.
Go ahead.
Are you sure?
Absolutely.
All right. Simple answer, yes or no. Are you acting on your passion as best you can with no insistence on the outcome every moment of your life? Yes or no?
No.
Thank you. Why not? Then the message for you is to answer the question, why not? What is stopping you? What belief within you, what fear-based belief within you is preventing you from being who you know you truly could be? That's what you need to look at, and that's the message we have.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, Bashar.
And you, good day.
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
It is our pleasure and our passion once again.
So, back in January, I was in bed and I was drifting off to sleep.
Yes.
And I woke up and there was an extraterrestrial being right to my left.
Yes.
And I freaked out, obviously, but I became
You
paralyzed.
what?
I freaked out. I got
What do you mean,
nervous.
obviously? That's not so obvious. You
I've
don't
never-
have to be afraid.
True, very true.
I know,
was,
that's
though.
why I said it.
And I became paralyzed.
Yes.
Except for my head, kind of.
That will often happen when you are being transitioned from one dimension to another. Because it's like a freezing action that allows your frequency to be recorrelated to a new reality. So for a moment, you're not really in one or the other reality, and therefore you don't really know how to move. And it feels like paralysis.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I know, that's why I said it.
So it was like 15 seconds of just me freaking out, thinking
Yes.
I'm asleep, but I wasn't. I was awake.
Yes.
And this being projected an image of a baby on my wall.
Yes. Your baby.
I don't know. It was a symbol of a baby, like an outline.
Yes, your baby.
Okay.
Your hybrid child.
Okay, so I would love to know more about that. About
All
my
right,
hybrid.
well, go to sleep again.
It's been hard.
Ask for more information about your participation in the hybridization agenda. Ask. Don't be afraid, and you will receive the information that you need.
Can I ask you about my participation in the...
A little bit.
Okay.
But it's not our job to tell you everything.
Okay.
You need to find out some things on your own. Mm-hmm. So you understand the hybridization agenda as we refer to it?
Yes.
All right. So you understand that you have hybrid children?
Yes.
What else do you need to know?
Are they reaching out to me for any...
Yes.
Okay.
But are you reaching out to them?
I'm not, because I'm afraid of it?
Again, when you understand there's nothing to be afraid of, yes?
Okay.
Then you will ask for more awareness, and it will be given.
So
You can participate on your own terms, you know. The only reason you're afraid is because you haven't been taught that this is something that's going on. You don't have the tools, in a sense, to understand, at least you didn't, what's happening, but now you do. So the idea is that you get to determine this on your own terms. You can say, all right, well, I would like to experience it this way. I would like to know what's happening. Please give me information. Please allow me to interact with my hybrid children in a way that allows me more conscious recognition of what's going on and the participation that I am having with them and what it is I'm teaching them and what it is they need to teach me, and help me remember the idea of why I chose to participate in this. You can ask for these things and they will be given, but you can't be afraid and get them. You have to relax and understand that you chose to participate in this, even though your physical mind may not necessarily think so, but you did.
okay, so that happened so that I would find out about my hybrid children,
Yes.
the encounter?
Yes, you're letting in a little bit at a time, but then you're stopping the process by being afraid, or as you say, freaking out.
Okay, thank you. And I know that it doesn't matter who it is, but I kind of want to know so that I can deepen my relationship. I've been having...
Usually in those kinds of encounters, not always, but usually it will be another version of you in that reality.
Okay.
So you're just interacting with another version of yourself.
Okay.
So, are you afraid of yourself?
No. Yes.
All right, you can be honest.
Depends when you ask.
All right. So there's something there for you to examine too, because being afraid of yourself will also prevent you from expressing yourself to the fullest you can. Find out why you would be afraid to be yourself. What are you afraid might happen if you are fully yourself? That's usually the way to find out what the negative fear-based belief is. If I truly allowed myself to be who I know I can be, who I prefer to be, what am I afraid might happen, will usually give you the answer as to what the fear-based belief is that then you can work with and let go of. So, what are you afraid of in being yourself? What are you afraid will happen if you open up to this?
Good question.
Thank you. Do you have a good answer?
I don't.
You don't have to right now,
No,
but
I have to think about
that's the question.
Yeah.
So, does that help?
It helps a lot.
And?
I just had one more question.
Yes, that's why I said
Great.
and.
About I've been getting messages and guidance in a way that I'm very, since this encounter, in a way that it's very new to me, and it's such as in meditation I'll get some sort of message, or I'm guided in a very new way, which I think is alignment.
Yes.
But I do feel like there is some sort of non-physical being that is reaching out to me from somewhere.
Well, of course, you all have guides.
Right. So is it my guides?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Does that help?
It does. It's just confirmation. That really does help.
All right.
And
anything else?
I wanted to know if you would be able to tell me, like, what star, planet, place I'm connected to.
Well, like most, you are connected to Sirius, and you're connected to Arcturus and the Pleiades and a few others.
Okay, a lot of them.
Yes.
Okay.
Because those connections help you in your life.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes, that helps. Thank you.
Sweet dreams.
Good day, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
So I'm having so much synchronicity, and
Yes.
a couple of things that I want to talk about. First, the painted ladies. So the
Painted ladies.
Yeah, the butterflies.
You are either talking about butterflies, houses, or hookers.
Well,
the translation is not coming through clearly on this end.
Okay, so sorry.
You were talking about the many butterflies
Yes.
that are now appearing, yeah?
Yeah, I
All
am.
right.
Yeah, so the last time that we spoke, I had a swarm of butterflies, and
yes.
I had said to you that somebody was saying that they were monarchs, but they weren't. And you said, look it up. It's
Painted ladies.
Painted ladies. So on the way up here, we had another swarm of painted ladies come through. Is there anything else you'd like to add to that?
Nope.
Okay.
Except, did you have fun?
We did.
Oh.
We had a lot of fun. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, next would be the sunflowers. So
Yes.
same occasion, I was inspired to bring sunflowers to Derek and his wife, the last personal private
All right.
session with Bashar. And then they just keep coming up into my awareness. Is there anything you want to share about them?
Aside from what we've already said about their efficacy for the idea of absorbing radiation.
Yeah. So can you maybe go into how they do that, or can you share some details?
An extract of the seeds can be created and put into a type of organic plastic matrix that can be used to absorb radiation, to shield from radiation.
Okay.
And to even draw the idea of radioactive particles from the body.
Okay, perfect. That's really good. And
Yes.
then infinity is such a strong synchronicity in my life. And I had an experience last week. I was getting an energetic entrainment, and I had these energetic crazy eights, is what I want to call them, reverberating up and down my body. So it started in my jaw.
Yes.
It was going around and around like infinity loop, and then it just kept bouncing up, bouncing down,
Yes.
bouncing up, bouncing down. And now I'm getting it during meditation. Can you share any more insight?
Well,
about
obviously, as you increase your frequency, you become a better receptor for higher frequency energies. And they can, in a sense, go through your body in a way that creates a certain kind of resonance that will open you up to even more frequencies and make you a better antenna, so to speak.
that? Yeah.
So you are refining your capability of processing higher level frequencies.
Okay. So the antenna, I've been an antenna, I would say, for lots of people to help facilitate them healing themselves in
Yes.
some pretty exciting ways.
Yes.
So just having a little trouble with myself. So I've been able
You're
to
having trouble with yourself.
healing myself. Yeah.
In what way?
So I have an issue, a fun, exciting challenge with my foot. It has like it's pinching a nerve. The bone is growing in a deformed way.
All right. And
So I've been
what does that allow you to learn that you otherwise wouldn't learn if you didn't have that experience?
that I'm not trusting the support, not stepping forward in my life in the way that
And why not?
and I am now.
All
and so I
right.
feel like I'm ready to shift that.
But don't focus on it as needing to shift.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're making it conditional again.
Okay.
If you truly use up all of the information and all of the lessons that you created that experience for, it will transform. But if you stay insisting that it must, you haven't changed.
Yes. And so that's the paradox of the situation.
Yes.
So I've been able to get it to improve about 23% through
All right.
before and after.
All you need to really do is put your best foot forward.
I knew you were going to say that.
How psychic of you.
Okay. And so I guess where my knowing, it's this knowing of the reality of it is healed. And so I have the ability to do that for other people, healing broken bones, tumors, all kinds of pretty exciting ways. But it's just my awareness of it that's keeping me from knowing it to that place of fully locking into that new reality.
And you have perhaps a belief system within you that if you truly let go of that, you will not necessarily be giving the information you need or having the information you need for the other people that you help heal themselves.
Yeah.
So you can let go of that concept too.
Okay.
You will have the information you need without having to experience those things in order to get it. If you let go of the belief that that's the only way you can get the information is to experience those things.
Thank you. That's
Yes.
very helpful. Okay. And then, all right. So this one is, so my connection with whales and dolphins, pretty good. I just had an experience that didn't feel so good where I was brought to my awareness of these humpback whales killing this baby gray whale calf and the mother. And I'm trying to, I want to make it.
What was your experience that you say did not feel good?
Yeah, so just looking at it didn't feel good.
Looking at what?
It came up in my reality as a picture, as a video. Normally, I follow these amazing drone, photography of the whales and what's coming through the area, and just really appreciating that. And so that was one of the. That was just something recently that happened, and it came up on my.
But
feed.
you still haven't said what it is.
It's a humpback whale. So 5 of them were hunting a baby gray whale calf and the mother and killed them both.
All right.
And so just the images that came up, and I was really dropped me out of my alignment.
Why?
Exactly. So how can I give that a positive meaning? Can you help me?
Do you understand the balance of nature?
I do, and that's why I feel like it's so silly that I'm letting myself.
It's not necessarily silly. You don't have to put judgment on it for yourself. But you do need to understand how things work and understand that from a different perspective, those beings know they are eternal and that physical reality is a temporary illusion.
Sure. But I feel like there's some also benefit of understanding that relationship.
Well, one of the benefits for you is to help put you in touch with your particular perspective that doesn't work for you.
Okay.
So, what will you do about that? How will you change your understanding and your perspective?
So that's where I know logically that I understand the nature, and I understand the benefit that they're eternal. And yet it still doesn't sit well with me. And
because
it's a judgment that
you believe
that it's I guess that it's wrong and that they
all right. You're seeing a comparison. You're seeing a comparison
Dolphins, actually.
between the idea of symbiotic relationships as exists on my planet between the animals, which are not predatory,
right,
and the predation that still exists on your planet, and your understanding that you prefer the symbiotic form of expression, but you're also recognizing that doesn't exist yet in the world that you've created for yourself. So you are still seeing reflections of the idea of predation to give you an opportunity to understand the difference between the two realities and to begin to access the symbiosis reality a little bit more. But what you experienced is really just a reflection of what you were doing to yourself as well.
Sure.
Because the idea of believing that you need to harm yourself in order to understand what you need to understand is a form of predation on yourself.
Absolutely. That's
you understand?
Perfect synchronicity.
So it all works that way to put you in touch that you have that particular perspective, that there's something wrong with it, instead of allowing it to be what it is for its own sake, learning from it so that it can change in your particular perception and experience of reality without invalidating the other experience in a different reality. You have to get over the idea of invalidating what you don't prefer while you're validating what you do. It all has to be equal in its own eyes, in its own way, in order for you to actually have the ability to choose what you prefer. You cannot invalidate what you don't prefer, or that's what sticks you to it.
Thank you.
Do you understand?
Oh, no, that's perfect. And the symbiosis has been a really fun synchronicity as well. I was diving and free diving in a couple places in the Caribbean a couple weeks ago, and there was an experience of a stingray with this big fish over its back, and they were just hanging out together for like 45 minutes.
Right. So you're fluctuating back and forth between those two types of reality.
Yeah, and then the second day saw the same thing, a different type of ray, a spotted eagle ray, and a different type of fish, and they were hanging out together. And I was asking them, so what's the deal? And something fun they said is that that they're friends. They're choosing to spend their time together. They're not normally. They're typically a solo species, meaning
they're learning to reflect new realities that give you an opportunity to recognize that you're in a different state, a different reality, a different frequency. But you're also being given an opportunity to recognize when you choose to go into a reality you don't prefer.
Yeah, that's perfect.
And so it all works if you use it in the way that you prefer to.
Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you.
One more clarification about the power of mastermind. So there's this kind of like when you set up a time and day that you meditate, it's almost very easy to go to that place of meditation. If, for me, when I'm consistent with my schedule, it's like my body already knows.
All right, if that's your permission slip.
And it's been the same case with this mastermind I'm going to every week. It's this energy of this collective.
Yes.
So I want to talk about that power of the energy of mastermind. Can you go into...
Again, it's your permission slip.
Yes, I know.
So you're giving it the power to work for you.
Okay.
That's the way your belief system prefers to arrange the concept of recognizing your own power to change.
And this antenna, because it feels like the antenna gets bigger with all the minds together.
Because you're using that permission slip, because it works for you in your belief system structure, yes.
Fantastic. All right, Bashar, I love you. Thank you. Good
Our
night.
unconditional love to you as well.
Good day, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thank you. I did not have a question prepared, but off the top of my mind,
yes,
I'm curious, perhaps as far as what challenges the human race faces in terms of our existence.
What challenges the human race faces?
Sure.
From what, now to the end of eternity?
Sure. If there is an end to eternity.
Well, in a sense there is, because eternity is a temporal concept. Isness just is. Isness is not the same thing as eternity. Eternity is a temporal concept. Do you understand?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. Well, you're going to obviously face many challenges. Challenges of the spirit, challenges of the mind, challenges of physical reality, environmental challenges, of course, because you're experiencing a lot of that now. It's really the challenge of deciding who you are and letting yourself be that being, and then experiencing the reality that goes with it. That's really the fundamental challenge. Any challenge you experience in any way, shape, or form is fundamentally reduced down to the challenge of being yourself and what you create in your reality that puts you in touch with that and allows you the opportunity to be that. So any number of different ways of expressing that challenge can happen in your reality. Challenges of health, challenges, as we said, of environment, challenges of social, spiritual, abundant belief systems, all sorts of challenges that you have created on your planet to put you in touch of when you're out and in alignment with your true self. That will be the case on and on and on in different ways. Are you asking for some particular specifics?
I guess in general senses just to apply towards everyday life, which...
Well, again, the greatest challenge is overcoming and transforming those things that you buy into that prevent you from being your true self. In that sense, there is no greater challenge. No matter how it may manifest outwardly, it's all from the idea inwardly of the opportunity and attracting opportunities and circumstances and situations to allow you to face the challenge of accepting your true self, being your true self, acting as your true self. Doesn't matter whether a meteor strikes your planet, or whether there are wildfires or pollution or political or sociological or financial change. Those are all outer reflections of the greatest challenge of being yourself. Because it doesn't really matter what happens. It only matters what you do with what happens.
Following my excitement. Would that be one of the things that I should be doing?
It's not should.
Will.
It's a choice. Yeah. So, are you acting on your passion to the best you can with no assumption or insistence on the outcome and remaining in a positive state no matter what happens? Yes or no?
Yes, always.
Well, then you will face your challenges in the way that you design them to allow you to continue on that path. More and more and more consciously. Yes?
Yes.
Then what else is there?
Dissolving the idea of fear, I suppose.
But isn't that what I said?
It was.
Belief systems will come up because that's one of the tools in the kit of excitement, the reflective mirror that points out anything that's out of alignment in your belief system with who you prefer to be. But that's part of your excitement, to find things within you that are not your excitement. Yeah. That's how it works. That's the process.
It feels that way.
It goes that way. So, you don't necessarily need to focus on the specifics of the challenges. Just face them as they come.
Fair enough.
Yes?
That's wonderful.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Bashar.